your solution was exactly the one that I needed. You basically got me into group lessons. Like if it wasn't for you, I would have started it. Yeah, it is. Like I honestly think just joining your program like just motivated me to like just act faster on starting up my business. And also like just following steps rather than like figuring it out by myself. It saved me a lot of time too. I started to realize like sometimes like you spending money on things that kind of links to what you want to achieve or what you want to get later in life is needed. I used to just let students just pay whenever they can after they do a lesson, like an hourly rate. But when you said something about, hey, I always have to reschedule lessons, like people won't respect my time, stuff like that, I was like, okay, that's when it actually dug into my head and like, okay, in order to get some respect, like I need to have it either monthly or like something. You know, the people will actually like come to the lessons and try to get the most out of it. You know, that has helped me not waste my any more time from me, and it's like probably my best investment in terms of me doing my social media, anything to do with the guitar. So it's been good. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you because you joined around December. Was it December? I think.
It was either December or maybe January. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe it was around that.
Yeah, cool. And like, what? I guess I like to ask everyone like, what prompted you to start working with me? I remember you saw some of my reels and you were just like, I want to do something like that. But like, what was really behind that kind of you being prompted to work with me?
So I think I have many reasons. First, when I was just starting out my business, it wasn't really a business. I didn't even have a name for the academy yet. But it was 3 months into doing actual proper lessons, or 4 months or something. And I was like, damn, how do I get more students? I thought like if I just increase my social media account, like it's gonna help, which it did, but not as much. But then I saw your page pop up, and not only you were Australian, but you had exactly the same, like, you know how there's like the pain and then you show the audience a solution? It was exactly that. Like your solution was exactly the one that I needed. Like I was like, yeah, I know how to make a website and do all that, but what you actually showed, with the people that you're talking to Zoom and everything, I was like, okay, so you do actually have clients that you're talking to, and then you're actually helping them. And then I guess that kind of made me trust you a bit more. And like I said, you're also Australian, so I was like, like I can ask you questions regarding like the things that are the business aspect of having an academy, especially with the ATO stuff and all that. But regardless, I feel like joining your program was like, okay, this guy probably has all the answers that I need, and that's what really prompted me to choose you as like one of my business advisors.
Yeah.
You basically got me into group lessons. Like if it wasn't for you, I would have started it. Yeah, it is. Like I honestly think just joining your program like just motivated me to like just act faster on starting up my business. And also like just following steps rather than like figuring it out by myself. It saved me a lot of time too. Like I didn't know about this metapixel thing, even though I graduated with a computer science degree. It doesn't matter. And also like I honestly think like my sense in social media and doing stuff like that, I have a knack for it. But in business sense, I don't think I have that at all. I don't think I'm good with money. I don't think I have like a business sense. So, and I've just felt like you seem to have that, and then you have way more years of experience than me. So might also just follow somebody with your experience rather than myself and learn it.
Yeah. So it's like kind of like would you say it's like the organization of the business and like setting up the fundamentals and systems and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
You got value out of? Yeah,
but I mainly got the value of obviously like, doing other types of lessons, like group lessons, and actually doing it in person,
Yes.
Because I always thought online you reach out to more people, but most of them
it's always the thing. Is like I do have a lot of guitar teachers that come to me and they know that I have a program that is, you scale, you have the business model and the systems to then scale to 10K per month, right? And then they assume that it's like selling online courses or it's online guitar teaching in groups or that kind of thing. And because they have this dream of kind of like working remote. and like,
Yeah,
but they're putting all this time and energy, and they're like, oh, I've created a course. It's like 5 hours long. It's taken me 2 years to create this course. Whether they could have actually in like 5 months really like scaled an in-person guitar teaching business so much more easy, right?
Yeah.
Like through free advertising, it's so much cheaper as well. And you know, you're in a great position because you are good at content. Whereas like some people, they just don't have that, and it takes time to build that skill. So it seems like the business systems were like quite valuable to you. Can you specifically say like what part of the business system was good for you? Was it studio policy? Was it, you know, the auto scheduling? Was it anything like that?
Like almost everything that you said there. Like I didn't even think about, okay, for example, my music stuff. I was like, why am I using this thing where if I have like Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, but it automates your emails. You know, it gives the option for me to, let's say, if a student was absent, like, you know, put makeup credit, whatever.
Yeah.
And yes, the studio policy, I completely forgot about that because, like, you know, when people sign up, they just read it and they just sign up. But that has helped me, how should I say, not waste my any more time for me. And it's like I used to just let students just pay whenever they can after they do a lesson, like an hourly rate. But when you said something about, hey, I always have to reschedule lessons, like people won't respect my time, stuff like that, I was like, okay, that's when it actually dug into my head and like, okay, in order to get some respect, like I need to have it either monthly or like something, you know? The people will actually like come to the lessons and try to get the most out of it, you know, because they're already paying for it. And also, about like the whole sound slice thing, giving them an online platform so they can transcribe it, that actually changed the way I make my content thanks to you. Because now I'm starting to transcribe my own thing, and I've probably gained a couple of thousands of followers just from listening to your advice.
Yeah, that's
I'm not even glazing. I'm not even glazing. Like, actually, were probably my best investment in terms of me doing my social media, anything to do with the guitar. So it's been good. Yeah.
Oh, good, man. Glad to hear that, man. That's awesome. Yeah, like studio policy is such a big one for like most teachers. They just don't have that in place, or they have a really, really weak one, and they don't have that makeup lesson policy. Yeah. Obviously, it's way easier in group lessons and then the rotation between song repertoire and the skill sessions. So you can get people in, they just book in automatically to another lesson. But it's such a key one. I don't think it's possible to really scale your guitar teaching business if you don't have a firm but fair studio policy.
Agreed. Yeah.
Awesome, man. And let's talk about like the student acquisition part. How many students did you know, from where you started, how many students did you sign up through free advertising strategies, like without the paid ads? How many students do you reckon? So that's through, you know, community group posting, using the ad templates, the Google business profile as well, like optimizing that with reviews and media.
Are you talking about trial lesson students or like the students that I have managed to sign up, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if you have the figures there, maybe trial lesson students and also sign up students. Because I remember that was a big thing as well. We set up the student sign up process and like what to say, what not to say on the phone call, like the kind of email sequences and that kind of stuff. So if you have the numbers there, or if you don't have the numbers, maybe just the ones that, you know, actually, you know, signed up through there.
Yeah. Okay. I think including the trial students, like it must have been just 6 from like just the Facebook thing. And they're all from PMO, which is my suburb, which is good. And for the ads, you remember like I didn't really put ads for that long, probably like 10 days or something. And that was just like one trial student, and I signed him up, and he's still doing lessons.
Oh, sick.
I have today, that's going to come for the first time, and another person that I'm supposed to trial in a few days as well. That's 2 from just Google.
Yeah, sweet, man. I mean, that's great. And then as you haven't been doing it for that long, I mean, you know, a couple of months, and then during that process, we're setting up the studio mastery system and not advertising. So that is really good that you're getting those results from just free advertising. Yeah. I think when you try that, Guitar Pick Challenge, that strategy, I think that will bring in a lot more, as well as optimizing your Google business profile. That will continue to, bring in those new students, which is awesome. That's awesome, man. Really, really good. And how did you find? I know you didn't do the Facebook ads for that long, but how did you find the tutorials on how to do it, and maybe like the ad templates and that kind of thing?
Oh, it was fun. I think the way you did it was good, because when I try to explain something, I just go for ages, because I try to simplify as much as possible, but you just straight away, you don't really go deep into why this is the case, because you let's be real, most people just want to get it set up and just leave it. So it's good that you did that. But
yeah, some tutorials, I'm just if you don't want to know why, then just skip this tutorial. I'm going to explain why, but in the next tutorial, I'm just going to do over the shoulder. You click this button, you click that button, and then you can get it set up. But you don't need to know exactly why. Yeah, I love that. What problems did the program solve? I know we've kind of touched that on that, but is there anything else that kind of you were struggling with before doing the program that it really just cleared it up and made it super easy and kind of fast tracked yourself?
Let me see. It's just dude, I honestly think it solved everything. Let me just try to list it in order as soon as I come up with it in my mind. First of all, it was the not student acquisition, but I should say getting things right with your money. So like I said, you take monthly payments instead of just paying per hour. That obviously helped a lot. Me setting up my music stuff, that helped me manage my time a lot. Even though I'm paying a lot of money for it, especially because they increased it in the middle of the program, I was even more hesitant, but now I won't go back.
So worth it.
Doing the stuff with the transcribing thing, like I said, that obviously helps a lot. My students doing their homework, even though sometimes they don't do it, they still do it because it's fun. It's a favorite song. What was another thing? Me getting my Google business profile set up. That's huge. I didn't really want to put it into my address, because I'm a social media up there and everything, but it was worth it because people can find me and actually put reviews on my business. I wouldn't have even thought about. And also, I was gonna code my own website, but coding and using Squarespace both at the same time. Never even thought about doing a Squarespace. And you're linking that with Facebook Metapixel. I didn't even think about that too. So there we go. Introduced me to a couple of things there. And you putting ads, I never thought about it. I thought you just have to be genuine and put yourself out there, but you can also be clever about it, how you're doing with the Guitar Pick Challenge and giveaways. And
you could be creative with it, Exactly. It doesn't have to feel salesy. I hate being salesy with, selling guitar lessons. So I think, would you agree this is a bit more, in all the ad templates and the ads, we're more talking about, things that emotionally resonate with the, students or the parents, it's not 50% off, get this free, blah, 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 that kind of thing. Yeah. Sweet as, man. I don't want to keep you much longer, but I just wanted to ask, what would you say to people on the fence? Maybe they are maybe curious about group guitar lessons, or they just want to earn more money. They want to implement some of these systems, but they've been stuck in that kind of keeping it as a hobby for a while, and they're not really going professionally. They want to maybe go full time with guitar teaching, but they're not sure about the next steps. What would you say to people on the fence that have thought about maybe joining my program, but they haven't pulled the trigger yet?
I think it's rather than you thinking about trying to get money, obviously money is important because you got to make a living somehow. And if you're trying to make a living somehow, and if you're passionate about the guitar, I think that's the best thing to do. Getting money out of something that you really enjoy doing. But for me, I always enjoy teaching people. I was doing teaching outside guitar lessons, when I was younger, teaching mathematics, coding, English to Korean kids and stuff like that. So I have experience, and I always enjoyed it because when you teach somebody something and then they get that light bulb over their head, oh, I understand. It's good. It's a good feeling. And I would just say try to if they can see themselves teaching and they think they can go long term with this, then absolutely just put everything into it. You have to make it spend your own free time, doing like stuff to advertise it, and but do it in a fun way, you know.
Yeah, I guess what I try to do is simplify the student acquisition process, and if you're not used to making content, like then you don't necessarily have to, and there's like other strategies that you can pull on as well.
Yeah.
But if you want to go further as well, I mean, even with free advertising strategies, you could scale to the moon, really. Like if you just put time into that, you can do it, and it's not. I mean, it's not. It's quite simple when you get down to it. It's just like some inputs, the process, and then you get to your goal. It's just like kind of knowing what actually to do. Like, I think that's what I help with most would probably be, that's what I hear from a lot of guitar teachers, like, what are my next steps? Like, I'm not sure what my next steps are. What is the business model? That kind of thing. And it sounds like that kind of helped you as well. Having a bit of clarity on, exactly. where you wanted to go, and like, what is the final goal, and what will that actually help me achieve? Like, whether it's, a full schedule, or it's like a lifestyle business where you're earning more per hour,
Then I'll just say a few things. I think the way you talked about structure, your program did definitely give me structure. But at the same time, I think it's important for most people to really get out of the comfort zone. So, and what I mean by that is, I know, like you said, some people that are in your program are not really confident in front of the camera, or they're new to it, but they're never gonna get better at it if they don't even start it. So even though they're not comfortable, I think you should just say that if you're still trying to like increase the number of output on your program, like the things to teach on your program, I think you should just tell them, just get a camera. Everyone has a phone. Just like at least get a teleprompter or something, and at least read it out. Because that's like any first graders can do that. So like just do that, get it to do that, and then just get them started. Like I think most people, everyone wants to do something, but like 95% of the people won't even start. And then on top of that, 4% of the people do try, but they're doing it wrong because they either try to listen to their own instincts, or like really try to find experienced people. And the top 1% makes it because they do all of those things. So just get them started, I think.
Yeah, fast action is what I always talk about. Just get it done, and imperfect action as well. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You just build on what you did yesterday, and just try and complete one thing today, or two things, and then just keep going with that. Sweet, man. Thanks for the kind words and everything. I'm glad that the program helped you and everything. I mean, just lastly, do you think it was kind of worth it going into the program? Any final words about that?
Dude, absolutely. Like I think the most important thing I did was going into your program for my business. What can I else say? It's like usually I'm a cheap person, but ever since I started to get passionate about the guitar, it changed my personality a little bit. Like me, like I used to like not even want to spend things on like food, but over time I started to realize like sometimes like you spending money on things that kind of links to what you want to achieve or what you want to get later in life is needed. Financial wise, absolutely. So I started to investigate more in like guitars throughout the years. And also I started to realize, hey, probably most of the programs on the internet are probably not like sketchy, they're not going to get you anything. But for some reason, when I saw your profile, even though it was a paid ad, I was like, okay, I feel like you might have something that I need, and I'm going to benefit a lot from it. And then I can also look up to you as like an advisor, So like, and my instincts were right. So.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome, man. Awesome, man. Thanks very much. Thanks for jumping on, and looking forward to seeing you in the group.